Hey everybody, Riot Mort here, and we're here with the first video of Neon Nights. It's not the weekend yet, so I haven't been streaming or anything. But that being said, still wanted to bring you some content for the rest of the week before we get to that weekend. So I'm going to show you some of my PBE games I've been playing. We're going to start the week right off with one of the first games. This was filmed on Wednesday, so day one of PBE. Things are going crazy. Everyone's still figuring out what's broken, what needs nerfed, things like that. But yeah, let's jump right in and see what's going on here. Right off the bat, we get Kassadin off the carousel. Kassadin now a mutant scholar, so quite a bit different. He loses one of his tanky traits, making him a little less tanky. So get Jarvan. Jarvan a reprint from set 3. That feels pretty good. Gives your whole team attack speed, works really well with Hextech. Hextech was very strong on day one of PBE, so yeah. But overall, pretty excited for Neon Nights. A lot of new augments, a lot of new possibilities here. Anytime I get a pair like this, I'm already thinking maybe I can get double up with a really good augment. Right away, we get a new choice here. Challenger Unity. The Challenger trait grants its bonuses to all of your champions. So this means if you're running 2 Challenger in an 8-person comp, all 8 people get the 2 Challenger bonus. So decide to take a risk and take this and see if we can do something interesting with Challenger. But this can make some really interesting comps. And it's also, I think it's actually the most fun of the Unity ones because they all go charging together. So even if you're running 2 Challenger, say 6 Hextech, all 8 champions are charging around every time they get a kill, which looks really funny. So, yep. And again, we start off with that strong Hextech pair, Jarvan Sejuani. Pretty good start anytime. You get that 2 Hextech right away, get those big shields, get some good damage with another Sejuani in shop. And sure enough, hit that, pre-level. Maybe start looking for a second challenger, hit some of these pairs. Should be in a pretty good spot. And holy cow, the high roll. Getting Tryndamere here, the 3 cost, when we've already got the challenger, the Unity challenger, it's really good here. So we're going to get that in here, and you'll see that now Jarvan and Sejuani, even though they're not challengers, are going to get that bonus 30% attack speed. So right away, getting at a very good start here. End up building Hodge because not as many people playing Bodyguard on PBE right now. Bodyguards are still good, and you'll want Last Whisper for those, but in this case, we didn't really need it, and so start away. Tryndamere also really good backline access. You can see charges right back there, gets on the brand, gets some big damage going. Feels pretty good here. Now, as I said, we talk about no bodyguards, and then I run into a 2 bodyguard, but no big deal. That Tryndamere high roll gonna carry us. Nice. Hit the Sejuani pair. That's huge. Sejuani, probably the best 2-cost frontliner, at least that day. She might end up getting a little nerf with that Hextech trait, but looking real good here. Sejuani a reprint from set 5. So, yeah. And again, now we're just kind of coasting off the Tryndamere here. Hopefully hitting some of our pairs. The Sejuani should be pretty good. Let's see how it goes from here. Excuse me. Now on PBE, we're seeing some of the other augments. For example, on the other side there, we see the cybernetic uplink, giving Brand that extra mana, mana per second. Brand really strong day 1 of PBE, getting those stuns. But thankfully, again, Tryndamere with that backline access. And there's that charge. Like I said, when you watch all your characters charge with Challenger Unity, very fun augment. So I'm excited to see some of the comps that get built with this one. So yeah, but otherwise pretty standard start. 3 item, nothing crazy going on here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the PBE so far. Got that chill vibe. In shop, we see the VIP Syndra. VIP Syndra is a really good one. Her AoE, when she throws somebody now, where it hits, does an AoE knock up and more damage. So can be pretty cool. Really good in the early game. That being said, not running Debonair or anything like that. So We do find the Camille. We could work towards 4 Challenger. So, good times there. Yeah. Oh, on the other side here, we see the VIP brand with 3 Debonair. VIP brand, pretty overtuned. Especially if you get blue buff. And you can see, oh, just when we get back there, the Syndra tosses us away. Very reminiscent of set 5. I lose both my damage dealers. Pretty unfortunate. The power of Syndra and the Debonair there, so... End up losing this fight. Feels real bad to lose your streak, but... Gonna go ahead and sell the Quinn, I believe. If you're smart, Mort. Yep. Hit that 10. Hit that interest breakpoint. So... Yeah, otherwise, pretty basic start so far. I suppose the positive here is we can get an item we want off the carousel. Can't complain about that. Since we have the bow, gonna go ahead and go for 3 cost. Oh, nope, goes for the tier. Fascinating. Ah, you know what this was? Goes for the Warwick to get the 4 Challenger in. So, 4 Challenger, bit of an upgrade for that Tryndamere here. After selling the Quinn, see a Quinn in shop, that always feels super great, let me tell you. So again, now what's interesting here is we're running 4 Challenger, and then we just have this Sejuani on the side. But the Sejuani has the 60% attack speed from Challenger. So it's like she's a Challenger, which is pretty cool. But, yeah. Alright, let's see how the fight goes. Again, losing our win streak early always feels bad, but oof. On the other side, they have the Luden's Echo augment. This augment is so good in the early game. I feel like it's going to be one of the best for top 4ing. It will fall off, but you can just see the amount of damage being chucked out here by the Ezreal, by the entire team. Giving your entire team Luden's Echo, pretty wild. You open up the damage there, and it like almost doubled everyone's damage. So, bit of a lost streak here. So, hopefully we can start hitting some of our pairs. Tryndamere 2 obviously would be a massive upgrade. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We get the Quinn 2, not bad, and the Camille, and the Warwick. So maybe we'll get some more pairs here. We're a little low on econ. That's the only unfortunate thing here. But again, got that 4 Challenger. One of the interesting things here is that because you have Tryndamere and Warwick together in Challenger, it's often going to push you into Chemtech. You can already see that like at level 6, my next champ is probably going to be a Chemtech champion. Give you that 4 Challenger, 3 Chemtech. That's going to be a very strong stage 3 kind of composition here. So on the other side, we've got that 2-star Ashe looking a little scary, but thankfully Tryndamere and Quinn in the back just kind of shut them all down. Oh, the Lulu almost saves it, but there you go. Feels good. And again, Tryndamere looking a little strong on PBE, but... Alright, some more pairs. The Camille pair is good here. The Jarvan pair is questionable, because if we keep the Jarvan pair and don't get any gold, we're not going to be able to spike. But Jarvan is a really good throw-in in this comp, giving the team another big jump of attack speed, so... Jarvan definitely feeling like a 1 cost, and he doesn't have that protector, so he can't get those repeat casts. But hopefully Hextech can help keep him alive to buff up your team a bit. So we're hoping at least for a little gold, so we don't have to sell anything. Get a Senna, there you go. That means we can keep the Jarvan too. There's a Cloak for a Hurricane. Could also go Quicksilver, so that Tryndamere doesn't get CC'd. Bunch of good choices here, so... Yep, and there's that Augment again. Alright, don't really hit anything here. Now we have the choice, you know, play it safe. And again, we could go Last Whisper, we could go Hurricane, we could go Quicksilver. Because not many people running bodyguards, and this is me sort of playing to the meta a bit, since we know everyone's trying all the new stuff. We stay away from the bodyguards. Go stay away from the Last Whisper, get that Hurricane in there. Let's see how the fight goes. Also, if you haven't noticed it yet, the matchup UI now is built into the game. So you can see one of our 3 swords were on old KHC, and sure enough, that's who we face. So you can start to see who you face here. Oh, again, this Tryndamere and Quinn combo right under the backline is so good. Good spike there, and again, Tryndamere carrying really hard. But yeah, if you check out the new UI, you look on the side here, so we know we're fighting either Retrospect, Omnom, or DDJ. So pretty cool to see that built in the game. We level up, sold the Jarvan, which, I don't know, I think was a mistake looking back, but we do hit the Warwick 2 here. 1 roll, don't really hit anything. Yeah, unfortunately didn't hit that Chemtech unit, could have used a Singe or a Twitch. But we do have a bunch of 2 stars here, except for the Tryndamere, of course. But cool, all leveled up. Up against a Yordle on the other side. They sold the brand, hit a Malzahar. Looking real weak. Should be able to knock them out real fast here. Sure enough. Alright, time for the second augment choice. What do we get? What do we get? Second augment. Here we go. It's a tier 1. Okay. So mediation, get a bunch of mana for chance without items. Probably not good in a challenger comp. First aid is definitely a choice here. But since our entire team's also going to be attacking fast, getting Disintegrator, which does 2% magic damage on auto attack, pretty good here. And so that means even the Zac and the Sejuani here are going to get those procs and are going to feel pretty good about that. So went ahead and sold the Warwick, not really key to our comp here, so that we can hit a higher econ breakpoint and get leveled up and get caught up. But yeah, otherwise should be good. Disintegrator, not a bad augment here. Like I said, I think First Aid Kit could have been debatable, but since we only have 3 Chemtech, it's not nearly as valuable. So we'll see, and you can watch the magic damage on the other side, how much Disintegrator is helping. Could also be very good if you're up against like a very big Cho'Gath or Alistar or anything like that. Alright, so we could be facing one of the 100 HP people, if you see on the side there, Yuzu. But nope, we face the Mercenary player that looks like they're struggling real hard. So, should be another easy win. And sure enough. Yeah, I'm really liking that Tryndamere-Quinn combo, that right when Tryndamere jumps into the backline, Quinn disarms them, and Tryndamere just has his way. Good times. Very top-heavy lobby, as you can see. 3-3, we've already got somebody at 26 health. Bottom 4 all below 70. Pretty nutty. Well, let's see what we get here. A lot of spatulas. Spatula, in this case, we could be looking towards a Challenger or Chemtech. Chemtech especially good here. With the Chemtech Unity, to get true value out of that, we probably don't want to go 6 Challenger, because at that point we're just kind of wasting it a bit. Instead, we go for the Tryndamere here, which is good. If we can get that Tryndamere 2 going, that should be a big power spike. Nothing like a 2-star 3 cost to get you through the mid-game. Unfortunately, we don't hit. Now, on live, I've been liking to level here. On PvE, everyone's really greedy, so it's not usually the right call. But I've been liking leveling here, being level 7, keeping your health high. Especially with this many 2-stars, but... Alright, now matchup-wise, this is a tough one. First and second are both valid matchups here. So, and I'm not doing a good job scouting. Hey, we luck out, though, and we face the 5th place player. This is the one with the Sniper Ashe. And again, Sniper Ashe, Tryndamere charges in the back. There's that disarm. God, I love that combo. Caitlyn dead before she ults. Ashe already almost dead, and then here comes the Challenger Unity team charging around. But yeah, you can see there, if you look at like Sejuani, look at all that magic damage. A lot of that is Disintegrator, so... I think the combo here of Challenger Unity to give your whole team attack speed, and Disintegrator to give your whole team that bonus on hit, feels pretty good. It's a nice little combo we got going here. Alright, 90 HP. First place finally lost their streak. Got a Vi in shop. Vi is always a good champion. I will basically buy Vi every time I see her. Vi goes in every comp. Love that champion in this set. The traits are very good. Allows them to be used really well here. So, should be good times. Alright, let's see what we get here. One more matchup here. And again, first and second on the list, along with 7th place. So let's see who we end up fighting. And we get 7th place. Some really good matchup RNG for us here. They do have a strong Hextech comp. They've got that Alistar. Hopefully we can get back to that Sivir, though. Sivir on PBE, pretty overtuned. Thankfully... oh, nope. Oh, God, we just killed that Sivir just in time. That was close. So, whew, keeps the streak going. Alright, let's see what kind of items we get. And yeah, you can see 8th place down to 10 health. Kind of struggling a bit. So. Okay, we get the Zac. Maybe get that Zac pair going. Warwick 2 back again. Again, really looking for that Tryndamere 2. The fact that we're at 90 health and we haven't hit the Tryndamere 2, it's kind of lucky, to be honest. Stuck on Tryndamere 1 right now. Alright, good items. Looking for some good items. Tiers, not great here. Got a lot of gold to work with, though. Blue buff, not really super good in this comp here. Now, the nice thing is with blue buff, though, you can always blue buff Vi. If we can get a Vi 2 here, blue buff Vi, like I said, always good in any comp. And especially, remember, we've got Challenger Unity, so that's a blue buff Vi that could also have a bunch of attack speed. So, rolling down pretty hard, not hitting anything, unfortunately. Again, the fact that we don't have Tryndamere here feels like a pretty massive miss. So the fact that we didn't hit Tryndamere, the fact we don't have any big spike here, I would expect us to start losing. And sure enough, we get hit by the Syndra. There's a Zeri on the other side already, and whew, Zeri is very strong. And sure enough, we lose our streak to the Zeri. So Zeri, Renata, pretty strong comp. Fortunately, we had to roll down quite a bit, so that was pretty harsh. Now, we do get lucky here and hit the 2-star Vi. 2-star Vi, big spike. Feels pretty good here. So, and the thing I like about Vi is she reminds me a lot of Riven from set 4. You can pretty much put any items on Vi and she'll do pretty well. So go ahead and go with the blue buff. We hit the Renata. That gives us a 5 Chem Tech angle. So now we can really consider the 5 Chem Tech if we want. We also have 2 Enforcer, which is nice. But again, still Tryndamere 1. The Tryndamere 1 is the thing that's really causing us a lot of pain here. But again, Vi here with that blue buff. Some big shields, some big slams. Vi's going to be our carry from here on out. And you can see there, look at that Vi damage. 4136 with no real traits other than Bruiser and Enforcer. So that's why I think Vi is so good in the game right now. Everyone wants to talk about flex champions. Vi feels like the best flex champion. So, rolling a bit for strength here. Really want to hit that Tryndamere. Alright, we take that out. That does make us temporarily weaker, but now we know when we level up, we can hit 5 Chemtech 4 Challenger, which should be really good. But again, unfortunately, still no Tryndamere 2. Sag. Put a Thieves' Gloves on Renata. People have been putting Renata on the front line because that first cast is all that matters, and that way she can actually hit some of the back line. But again, the nice thing here is our Renata has 4 Challenger. So, very good augment. Alright, clearly we need to get to 8 so we can go 5 Chemtech, 4 Challenger. Have everyone on the team get that 4 Challenger buff. And look at that, we're in first place. We're doing pretty good here. Item-wise at this point, third Tryndamere item. Could also get another Thieves' Gloves and just do sheer brute force of good units and Thieves' Gloves is another option. Opt to go with the Quicksilver. That's a good third item on Tryndamere. That way he can't be CC'd. So I think that's a great choice here. Picture of myself giving myself the medal. 2 poor to level up. Again, our econ's pretty bad here, so looking like a 5-1 level up. On live, we would definitely be feeling very behind right now. The not hitting Trend 3 hurts, or Trend 2 hits so hard. But it is what it is. Again, that matchup tracker looking real good. We may face the last place guy, 5 health, who did finally cash out. And look at that. That was one of our options. So they end up playing a Sivir 1, but man, Sivir's so strong. And sure enough, look at how powerful that Sivir is right now. Little overtuned. Ah, well. But actually, yeah, it was that Aurelia that did a lot of damage. Woo! Aurelia back from set 3. Give her a bunch of AD items, give her some resets, and watch her kill. I think Deathblade IE Quicksilver or Deathblade BT Quicksilver can do real good for Aurelia. And then get 4 Striker. Alright, Portable Forge, Meditation. We already talked about why we don't want Meditation. Sunfire Board, fine option. But we end up going here. Not a great batch of choices here. Zhonya's isn't really good. It just we're a challenger comp. We want to mow everyone down. We don't need a bunch of armor and MR. So we go with Eternal Winter. Remember how I was saying Vi can use any items? Vi is a pretty good option here. Alright, gonna level up to 8. And there we go. We got our 5 Chemtech, 4 Challenger. And again, the nice thing here is everyone, including the non-challengers, is getting that 60% attack speed bonus. Feels good. Feels good. Now if we can just hit our Tryndamere and then start upgrading and replacing units here. But we should have a pretty cool comp going. So, yeah. Let's see how it goes. On the other side, we do have a very powerful Sivir. Get that Renata poison, slow everyone down. Unfortunately, because we're not on the Sivir, but oh, thankfully Vi gets back there, gets that big slam, and oof. And the nice thing about this comp is that nothing, like, while Tryndamere is definitely the main carry, we've got Vi as a secondary carry, Renata doing the utility here. So pretty cool. Pretty cool comp. Going into 4-6 in first place, all we really need is a Tryndamere. Hey, look at that. Got our Tryndamere too. Alright. So yeah, feels good. Like I said, now what you're looking to do here is replace people like Singed and Camille. So maybe if we get lucky and find Dravens, Kaisas, Victors. Hey, Locket, not bad. Could also go Gargoyle on Vi, but I think Locket's going to be the play here. Got a Draven there. Cool. So yeah, we're going to do a Locket just so we can stay alive a little bit longer. Because again, since our team is basically a 5 challenger, but everyone's challenger comp, we're going to burn through people pretty quickly. You could make the argument here that Draven 1 better than Quinn 2, but that utility from the Quinn disarm, as we've been talking about, is just so good. Now on the other side, though, here, we do see a very powerful Braum, the Zeri. This is going to be a tough matchup, but thankfully we do get that good poison. Yep. Well, maybe. Tryndamere's trying, but nope, not quite. Oop, the Renata poison? Not a bad loss. And you can see that Tryndamere damage, real nice. Okay, from here we're building up gold. Maybe work our way to 9. We could get in a Jace for Enforcer. And again, Jace would also have that attack speed I keep talking about. I know I'm talking about Challenger Unity a lot, but it's a fun augment. It's a fun augment. So. We're not feeling that strong, though. Vi is really only our like standout. Tryndamere doing okay here. Items are certainly not perfect. But, and again, another Sivir on the other side. Very powerful Hextech comp. This is going to be rough. Sivir very overtuned day 1. Thankfully, we got the Sivir down. Tryndamere cutting loose. Whew. A little close, but we got it. Yeah, you can look at that Sivir damage. Whew. Whew. Ooh, early Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa for Camille makes a ton of sense here. We don't really need the extra front line right now. Miss the Tryndamere here. Come on, Mort. Why are you missing the Tryndamere here? Got a Draven. Yeah, kind of rolling away our gold. This is one of my weaknesses, is I always want to stay strong board to guarantee the top 4. But that sometimes costs me a potential first I could have gone for here. So, we do have 2 Dravens in the back line, though, and we've got the Kai'Sa here, so got some real good damage. Whew. Yeah, just so much damage. Looking good. Hopefully you guys are enjoying PB so far, though. Alright, carousel-wise, 3rd item for Vi would be ideal. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of great choices. Archangel isn't really good for our burst-down style. Redemption, same thing. Frozen Heart, not bad. Frozen Heart would be a decent choice. Gets taken, unfortunately, though. Which kind of leaves us with, like, Hand of Justice or Chalice. Again, nothing particularly great here. Gonna go with the Hand of Justice here. I think you could get away with putting this on Kai'Sa. You could get away with putting this on Vi. Doesn't really matter too much. There's the Draven 2. Now again, Draven 2, no items, but still, it's Draven 2. So. And now we have an interesting position because we can't get rid of Warwick. We can't get rid of Tryndamere. So do we get rid of Quinn and lose the disarm for the Kai'Sa and the Draven? This is a challenging conundrum here. So, we're going to put in the Draven and see how much damage he can do. Again, 0 items. So, we're up against that powerful Zeri. Thankfully, it's only a Zeri 1. That Zeri 1 still hits real hard, though. Whew. Thankfully, Tryndamere was able to catch, and look at that. And so, you look at the damage, Draven was 2nd highest on our damage charts, so might be worth keeping in as a secondary carry. Down to 4. Now, what's interesting, by the way, if you look at the matchup tracker, we know exactly who we're facing here, right? Blackpink Fanboy is our target, so we can scout if we want, and we can really focus on our target here. And that's going to be a big change from how it worked before. You'll know exactly who you're up against. It's kind of like the jungle timers, right? Now it's fair for everybody. No longer need paper to keep track of it, so... And sure enough, there's Blackpink Fanboy. Very powerful comp here. Look at those 3 Aurelias. Because he has the Woodland Trinket, one of the new augments that makes 2 little champions of your highest attack speed. And so that Aurelia is pretty big. Coming out of the gate here, thankfully Vi is so tanky and gets a ton of damage. Like, look at that. Between Tryndamere, Vi, and Draven. Just a good amount of damage here. Now we get a Morello, and this is a bit unfortunate because the only good Morello user in this comp is Renata, who's got the Thieves' Gloves. Could also put it on Kai'Sa, but this would be also a good choice to maybe remake the Renata since it's only a Renata 1. On the other side, we do see a 5 mutant with a Blade Rush. Got that Kai'Sa going. Whew. So, but we're down to 3 opponents, so we'll have to see what we hit. We're not going to be able to hit 9, so it's probably going to be roll down for strength. See what we can hit. Victor's better than Singed. Tryndamere, but you're not hitting Tryndamere 3 more. Come on now. There's the Renata if we want to remake the Renata. Tom Kench, but not really much point. There's the Renata 2. Now here's a cool trick though. We can do that, pop the Thieves Gloves off without having to fully remake it. So that was nice. And now Draven's not itemless. So that feels good. Remembers to put in the Victor. Good. Victor providing the armor shred we don't have here. So this is one of those times where just getting in Victor for the armor shred is actually really valuable. So, Tryndamere on the Kaisa. The Kaisa is getting away though, but nope. Draven got it. Whew. And again, just having your whole team have all that attack speed, that's the end of the mutant player. Leaving us just us against Blackpink Fanboy. Ooh, Kaisa. Can we hit Kaisa 2? Kaisa 2 would be pretty sick. Oh my god, we're high rolling. I mean, you gotta put in a Kaisa 2. Am I right? Now here, we are up against a strong comp. They've got the Zeri, the Blitzcrank, the target dummies. It's gonna be hard to get to those backline carries in time. So this could come down to positioning really well. Let's see how the first fight goes. So yeah, Blitz is going to grab the Warwick, which is good. Vi stuck on the target dummy, which is less good. Poison misses the Seraphine from Renata. Tryndamere doing his best, but it's not quite enough. Oh, close. Not quite. Look how close they all were. Yeah, a lot of carries, though. Our comp basically has 5 carries now, which is kind of nice. So hopefully with better positioning, we might be able to get back there. That Morgana's protecting it. It's got the Edge of Night on the Zeri. So, let's see if we can do this. Cross your fingers. Alright, it all comes down to this. It's like a pretty typical Jhin comp. Powerful units. Alright, how'd we do? Alright, Blitzcrank, not good positioning here. It's going to grab the Victor, which is bad. We wanted him to grab the Warwick. Ooh, that ult hit too. Tryndamere doing work though. Kaisa got out. Maybe. Ooh, Vi doing work. Vi and Draven, and there's the win. Alright, hope you enjoyed. That's going to do it for me this time. See you on stream this weekend. Take it easy.